Hello and welcome. In this video, let's understand what is a stored procedure. A stored procedure is basically a pre-written SQL program that is stored inside the database that can be executed whenever needed. If you have some piece of SQL that you want to execute frequently, what you can do, you can create a stored procedure for that and you can call it any number of times. What it allows is it allows us to group multiple SQL statements like select, insert, update, delete into a reusable piece of code. Okay, so here is an example. Like let's say you want to get the employees. For that, you need to write select star from employees. So instead of writing this query select star from employees again and again, what you can do, you can create this procedure at once, and after that, after the procedure is created, you can just invoke this procedure get employees, and that will invoke all the code that is written inside this procedure. Now let's go to SQL Server Management Studio and try to create one simple stored procedure. So I have connected to my database and I have this particular table here employees, and this has some 5 rows. Now let's see how we can write a stored procedure to get this data. Writing a stored procedure is very simple. We need to start with keywords create procedure. After that, we need to specify name of the procedure. I will name it get all employees. After that, you need to say as, then you need to say begin and end it here. So this is how you will create a stored procedure. So we need to give create, then procedure, then the name of the procedure, then as begin, and then whatever you want to execute with that procedure. Let's say I want to execute this query only. So I will copy this and put it here, and that's it, right? Let's remove this query, right? So this is how you will create a stored procedure. Let's execute this. Right, so the procedure has been created, and if you want to see the procedures, you can go to programmability folder here. Inside this you will find stored procedures, and you can see your procedure is right here, get all employees. So this is how you can create stored procedures in SQL Server. Now let's see the advantages of stored procedures. First of all, reusability. We can write the SQL logic once and then we can use it multiple times. We don't have to write SQL logic again and again. Better performance. Stored procedures are compiled and optimized by SQL Server, so that whenever you will execute the stored procedure, that will be quicker, because SQL Server don't have to compile and optimize the SQL code that you are writing. So procedures can provide you better performance. Security. Users can execute stored procedure without direct access to the tables. So I don't have to provide access to the tables. Instead of that, I can directly provide one stored procedure and users can execute that procedures. Because of that, user won't be able to know what is the tables involved in this procedure. Fourth advantage is reduced traffic network. That is because like stored procedure can have multiple queries, right? So instead of executing those queries one by one, we can just invoke the procedures and all the queries will be executed at once. So no need to go to database again and again and execute the queries. Easier maintenance, because the stored procedure will have all the code at one place. It will be easy to update and maintain that piece of code. Okay, so how to create a stored procedure? We have already seen. We need to use the create procedure statement, and this is how you can create a simple procedure. Okay, and how to execute the stored procedure? You need to use this exec or execute keyword to execute the procedure. So let's try this also. So to execute this procedure, I can say exec, and then I can give the name of the procedure. I can select this and click on execute. This will execute the piece of code which is present inside this procedure. So I can execute this multiple times. I don't have to write this select start from employees again and again. Okay, so let's say there are 5 select statement, right? So instead of like executing all these 5 select statements again and again, so I can put those 5 statements in the procedure and execute them at once. So let's modify this procedure. I can modify it by using create or alter. So I can say create or alter, or I can just say alter this. So this will alter the procedure. So I can execute this. So the procedure has been modified And now if I execute my procedure, I will get the result set 5 times, right? Because I was writing 5 select queries in this. So using exe or execute, you can execute your stored procedure. Okay, so we can create stored procedures with parameters also. So the stored procedure can accept some input parameters, and based on that input parameters, we can execute our queries. Let's say this with an example. So here I have this table, select star from employees. Let's see the data. I have this data here. Let's say I want to create a procedure. Let's say I will create procedure again, and I will name it get all employees by name. So what I will do, I will take an input parameter here, and to take an input parameter, it is very straightforward. You can put these brackets here, and then you can define the input parameter that you want to accept from the user. So let's say I want to accept the name, so I can say name here, and then I need to specify the data type of this variable. So that will be a string, so I will define var here, let's say 10 here. Okay, so this is one parameter that this procedure will accept when running. Okay, and I can modify my query here. I can say select star from employees where name equal to the variable that I will be receiving here. Let's put it here, right? So this is my procedure now. If I create this procedure and if I try to execute this procedure now, get all employee by name and execute this, you will notice I will get one error because now this procedure accepts one parameter, that is at the rate name, which we have not supplied. So let's supply that name also. Let's say I will supply Alice. Let's execute this again. See, I'm getting the employee whose name is Alice. Right, so we can see this in this example also. We can create a procedure where the department is the input, and we can get the employees based on the department as well. Right, so the example execution could be get employees by department, and we can pass the department name here. Stored procedure with insert, update, and delete. Stored procedure can also perform data modification operations. Right, so what we can do, like we can create a stored procedure where I will be creating an add employee procedure that will take 3 parameters like the employee ID, name, and the department, and based on that it will insert the data into the employees table. So I am firing the insert into employees, and I am like passing these parameters also here, ID, name, and department. Right, so we can write updates also. We can update the table within the procedure. We can write delete statements. So these operations can also be performed inside the stored procedures. Okay, now let's see how we can alter and delete stored procedure. Altering the stored procedure, we have already seen. We can use the alter keyword, or we can use create or alter also. Like if we go to SSMS, like I'm creating this here. So if I want to modify this, I can either say alter, or I can say create or alter. So what this will do, this will either create this procedure if it is not available, but if this procedure is already available, it will alter the procedure. Okay, so we can either use create or alter, or we can just use alter to alter a stored procedure. Now let's see how we can delete a stored procedure. So we can delete a stored procedure by using the drop keyword. So I can say drop procedure and then the procedure name. So if I want to delete this particular procedure, so I can say drop procedure and then the procedure name is get employees by name. If I execute this, and if I execute and if I refresh my stored procedures folder, you can see I don't have this procedure here. Let's delete this particular procedure also, get all employees. So I can delete get all employee also by executing drop procedure get employee. Let's execute this, and this has been deleted also. If I refresh the stored procedures folder, refresh, now there is no data in this. So stored procedures are basically used widely in the real-time applications. Like you have some e-commerce application and you want to get the orders of a particular customer, you can create a procedure with the name get customer orders and take the customer ID as the input and fetch all the orders based on that. You can create a procedure with the name like create order that will insert new record in the orders table. You can write update employee salary to update the salary information of a employee. You can write generate monthly report, like if you want to generate a report, and for that you can write your SQL logic inside a stored procedure and create a procedure with this particular name or any friendly name that you want and use it wherever you want to execute in that piece of code. Logging the user, like you can accept username and passwords and then validate if the user is a valid one or not. So in the most enterprise application, most databases operations are performed using stored procedure. So this is the must know feature if you want to become a database developer. In the next video, we will continue our discussion on stored procedure and we can see what are the different type of stored procedure we can create in SQL Server.